She doesn't even go here.
I'm bi, actually.
Excuse me. Could the ugly, untalented gays please report to the principal's office?
Hi, I'm Kurt Homo, and I'll be auditioning for the role of kicker.
Hello! Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of Not So Straight Nerds. I'm your host, Luke.
And I'm your other host, Alicia.
And today, we are going through our November recap and what we are looking forward to in December of 2025.
Yeah.
Yay. November was a pretty big month, I think.
Yes.
There's some high highs here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot to go over. Personally, I think both of us definitely used this month to catch up on a lot of movies we missed this year.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to talk about
Over that
some
Thanksgiving
of those.
break.
Mhm.
Know it.
Mhm.
Clock it.
So can't wait to get into that with you guys today.
Yeah.
But before we get started on anything, as always, first off,
Wait. Okay, vibe check, but I also realized I watched 5 movies yesterday and I didn't add a single one to
you
my first
silly
time watching.
goose. Well, but those are... Oh, yesterday, because that was November.
Yes.
You
Wait, I
silly
need to log into my
goose.
Letterboxd account right
Oh
now.
my gosh.
Because
Can you
my
believe
phone
her?
is recording, so
What
I don't
an
have access.
amateur.
I know. I just realized that. Anyways, I'm still excited to talk about this. I feel like sometimes our recaps, our like monthly recaps, are pretty short. I feel like this one might be pretty long because we have a lot.
There's a lot to talk
to
about.
talk about. So, anyways,
Yeah, the vibes, they vibing. It was the first day back to work today. There was a lot of emails.
who likes that?
Oh my
So-
gosh.
Oh gosh, how do I navigate this on? Anyways.
You're doing so good.
It's okay. I'll just pretend I'm not struggling, just like my cat.
Well, that being said, to let you guys know, the viewers, we are not going to be getting into any spoilers here. So everything we
Yeah,
talk about,
it's
we are
not
just going
enough
to be very
time.
base level. But we will let you know what movies or shows that we have done episodes on, and you can get a much more in-depth look at all of our thoughts and feelings on some of these movies. Definitely the bigger movies we've definitely talked to dust. So,
Yes, for sure.
feel free to check out any of those.
Okay.
So first off, we typically go through and just kind of look at all of the big movies that we have seen. I figure we can maybe touch a little bit on the movies we have not already talked about.
Yeah.
So, in November, there was Predator Badlands, Frankenstein, Wicked Wonder Wonderful Night.
I don't know if we ever talked about that. I mean, we didn't make a video on it, but it was very fun. I feel like when I went into it, I didn't want to hear any of the new songs, but I'm actually really glad I did, because I feel like For Good, I feel like was really good in both versions, and I am glad we have a version without the OGs and with the OGs. No shade. I just, 2 different versions. But I'm really glad we have Ariana's version of Thank Goodness, because I think it's much better.
It's so good.
I mean, without all the cuts and the munchkins, I'm like, I don't need to hear
I mean,
them.
it's also, I think, just like the best version I've heard of the song in general.
Yeah.
So, very fun. I think it also was a great chance to let the cast, I think, shine. I think especially some of the ones who don't get as much screen time as Cynthia and Ariana.
Yeah.
Who was it? It was Bone Yang, Ethan
Bone
Slater,
Yang was
and
so fun. I don't. Marissa something.
Marissa Bode, I think is her name.
Okay.
But the actress
woman who
Vanessa.
plays- yeah.
They are just so charming. And I think especially those three made the most out of this night, which was really cool to see.
Yeah.
And also, I'm a sucker for a good group number.
Yeah, even though I would have loved to see Jonathan Bailey's version of it, it's very fun that we got their own version. I'll say, like, no regrets that we got Jonathan Bailey, I feel like. But I do like their version. It was fun. It was a fun little, like, they made it fun in their own way. So, had a good time. The little rivalry was fun.
Next up, we saw The Christmas Ring.
I don't think we need to talk about it.
Yeah.
It's like specifically like Karen, whoever like made the movie, that person's name is like in the title on Letterboxd.
Yes.
Karen whatever's Christmas ring, or they Christmas.
This was a movie made by someone named Karen.
And someone who would want to put their name in the movie title. Like I can't.
Nuremberg was also that weekend.
The only person who's allowed to do that is Guy Fieri. Not Guy
What?
Fieri. Not Guy Fieri. Guy Ritchie?
Okay.
I'm literally crazy right now.
You are.
No, it's like the movie with Jake Gyllenhaal. I think it was called like The Covenant or something. But
Guy
the
Ritchie's
title.
The Covenant?
Yes.
I mean, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio is titled Guillermo del Toro's
Okay, well,
Pinocchio.
when you make a good movie, you can put your name in the title, okay? I didn't see one of those movies, but I saw the Pinocchio one. So
we
anyways.
got to see Nuremberg.
That was actually, I'm glad we saw that. I thought it was good. Yeah, obviously very dark story, but I think very well done. Some performances were really good in that movie as well. I liked Rami Malek in it. I liked Russell Crowe.
Yes.
There's that guy from
That guy.
Monday. That's such a such a sad show. Have you seen that?
I've not.
Ooh. It's a very sad show, but he's really good in that.
You put Train Dreams? Is that something you watched?
No, but I just actually heard about it today because I was looking on Letterboxd and saw some people were logging it, and they had like 4.5 to 5 stars. Apparently it came out November 7th. I don't know if it was in theaters or on streaming. I haven't seen it. As I said, I just heard about it today, but I did quickly add it because when you got 3 reviews at 4.5 stars or higher, like I'm in.
Okay.
So yeah, I have literally no idea what it's about or who's in it or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So
Die My Love came out. We heard very
I would say mixed
split things on that.
Yeah, some people say that Jennifer Lawrence's character is like too heavy, too insufferable, and then some other people say you're just not understanding her pain. I feel like I could see that going either way. So I'm interested to see what my opinion ends up being on it. So apparently that and like 3 other movies. It was Just an Accident, Sentimental Love, and maybe Hamnet. There was like a 4th movie there's apparently circulating. It's coming out on digital next month. So yay for us, because I'm excited for all 4 of those
I
movies.
very much want to see Hamnet.
Yeah.
Ugh.
No, have you seen people are already being like, unlike Sinners, or Ryan Coogler's Sinners and Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another, Chloe Zhao's Hamnet might be this Oscar's first villain, and I don't like how that's phrased.
I also hate that.
I'm like, oh, that reeks of misogyny to me.
Indeed.
So,
Indeed. The next weekend on the 14th, I see The Running Man. Feel free to look at our thoughts on that.
whew.
Now You See Me, Now You Don't.
Yes, we made videos. I think a split
That was a
video on
split.
both of those.
On
So-
streaming, we had a very Jonas Christmas movie.
Wait, did you skip Predator Badlands? Or am I crazy?
I mean, I did, but we're skipping over the ones that we have episodes on.
Oh, yeah. Well, we have an episode on it. Go watch.
Yeah. But a very Jonas Christmas, we do not have one.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of an adorable movie. I was not expecting a lot going into it. I have never been a huge fan of the Jonas Brothers, not for any particular reason, just never got into that. I really never got super into One Direction either. I was a 5 Seconds of Summer girl. I've seen them 3 times now, I think. Anyways, I mean, I'm not like hating on the bands. Just I wasn't into their music like that. So I don't know a crazy amount about them other than like the basic. Like I know who they are married to or were married to. I know like Kevin is always referred to as the forgotten brother. They say that in the film, make jokes about it. So I didn't have really any expectations going into it other than this is probably going to be dumb and cheesy, and it was, but I had a good time.
Yeah, fair enough.
And Chloe
And
Bennett.
some crazy chemistry with Chloe Bennett.
Right? I'm like, actually, like, you're single now, dude. Like, you should maybe like...
And you know what? I have to give credit to something that's just here to remind the general public that KJ Apa is like crazy hot. That's so real.
Whether or not he's in the Mr. Fantasy outfit. So, no, yeah, I don't know anything about the divorce. I love me some Sophie Turner, so I'm not gonna sit here and say like I have no idea. I just know they divorce, and sometimes not everyone's a villain. I mean, I don't know, but divorce happens. Sometimes people are just incompatible. So, I don't know, man.
Also on Netflix, we had In Your Dreams.
I actually did watch that. That was one of the
Yes.
5.
I was very interested to watch that.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for, like exploring like dreams and like in the brain kind of stuff. Like it kind of builds off of some stuff from like Inside Out, which I think is fun. Very interesting. And we get another
Version of
kind of
Sandman.
interpretation of Sandman, which I think is always just kind of really fun.
Yeah, I agree. Sandman's always a very interesting character.
Yeah,
Put it
I
that way.
agree. And then we had Keeper that we didn't get to see, and I was very interested to see it. It's the second Osgood Perkins horror movie of the year, and movie of the year in general.
Yeah, we were gonna see it somewhere somewhat nearby. And then it was only in there for like 3 days, so we missed it.
Very
So that's
bizarre.
lame. Yeah. Thought we had more time.
But I definitely want to watch that whenever we can later on down the line. On the
Yeah.
21st, we had Wicked for good. We have an episode. You can go check that out.
Yeah.
On the 26th, we saw Zootopia 2.
Very
That is
fun.
when Hamnet got its release. Eternity didn't come anywhere near us, but then I happened to be out of town and was able to catch it. And Eternity was pretty solid. It was very solid. It's very solid.
Per.
If you think I would say if you think you're going to like it, you're going to like it. And it's just my critique, if I had to give any on the top, especially because someone who went in with some pretty high expectations, is it's a little surface level for a lot of the movie, considering it's such a big, since death is such a big deal, they just kind of gloss over some major things to get more into a bit of a typical rom-com thing.
All right then.
But beyond that, still such a vibe, emotions, and anything with Elizabeth Olsen in it, I'm there.
I'm seated.
I'm like contractually
The
obligated to
theater
love it.
employees are already scared of me, but I'm so seated. I just can't. Yeah.
Alrighty, that is some of the stuff we are working with. Those are the bigger movies. And now we get to go into some. We'll go into ranking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I updated my list, so I'm
Oh my
ready.
gosh, I'm so excited. How many are you starting
Not
with
that this one. No, I still only 11. I think.
Okay.
Cause In Your Dreams.
Oh my gosh.
No, I put that at the wrong one.
You're so fake for that.
Wait. Did I miss anything else though? Maybe. Wicked One Wonderful Night.
Can you believe
I
this?
fixed that one. Okay. Anyways, we're struggling over here.
She is struggling.
Where did I put it? Oh, In Your Dreams. Okay.
You got this? You're doing great. Here, I'm going to go ahead and go first.
You go first.
I've watched
You have
14
fun.
movies released this month.
I've seen 12.
Okay, and I have my bottom 3. So, at number 14, I have The Christmas Ring. We paid simply too much money to see that in theaters.
I
And it
can't
is-
believe we got there and then it was an expensive ticket and then they had all these like Christian conservative previews and I'm like my religious trauma is triggered right now. And then we watched a god awful movie and I'm like and then to find out I think like Sneaks or something there was like some animated movie that was in there. I'm like we should have seen that. And it was early in the morning.
Yeah.
Horrible combination of events. So, anyways.
Yeah, it was very brutal, and especially as someone who even like really likes, like what's the channel that
Hallmark.
Hallmark. Oh my
I
God.
like some of those
I
movies.
love.
Some of those are
I'm
fun.
a sucker for a Hallmark Christmas movie,
Some of those.
but this is like
They're a
Hallmark
vibe.
would never let this happen. And Kelsey Grammer was also there.
No, yeah.
We had the Beast. We had Beast there, selling old antiques.
And then he was mean.
He was mean. At
Like,
13...
kind of randomly, too. I was like, whoa, why do I hate you right now?
Beast, calm down. Get out of Beast mode.
He's mad that he has to be in Doomsday. Is it? Because he is going to be in Doomsday, right?
Yes, he
okay.
is. He has a chair.
Okay. Cool.
Before, and it's also one of those movies that got like and this is a behind the scenes before you watch the movie. It's like, yeah, he was really busy, so we only had a couple of days before he had to go be in an
From
Avengers
a Marvel movie. And
it's
we're like, oh my god, they're talking about Doomsday right now. That's crazy.
At number 13, I have Joy to the World. That is a Hulu,
Right, I think I've heard of that.
another Hallmark-esque Christmas movie. This one's about this woman who has basically a cooking book series based off of having like a family life. But then she's from the foster system and doesn't have parents and isn't married and doesn't have kids. And so she basically hires a bunch of people to pretend to be her family because her producer is like, hey, I'm going to make you go on the air and do this live so that we get to have Christmas dinner with you. And then at the very end, it's like, I knew the entire time you didn't have a family. And it's like, so why the hell did you sign her up for this? That's crazy. And frankly, unforgivable behavior.
Yeah, so you're saying I don't need to watch it.
It's 13 of 14 movies I watched. You can pass.
Okay, cool.
At number 12, I have another one in the exact same vein, A Merry Little Xmas. I enjoyed this one.
Okay.
This one's in a little Hallmark Christmas town, and these two parents are going through a divorce. And the mom is ready to leave and go start a new life in a city as an architect because she's done being the city handyman. And it's the last Christmas before she goes. Do you think they're gonna get back together?
No, girl, live your dreams. Get out of there.
She's like dating what is he? He's like this Christmas tree farm stripper who does like a million odd jobs.
Her? And what's wrong with that? That
No,
sounds
he's
awesome.
very funny. There's a lot of and then there's like this boyfriend that comes into town for the first Christmas with their family, and he's like obsessed with Harry Potter, and he has like the fake glasses on, and he's British. It's very charming.
No, I'm a little scared of that description though.
Oh, it's very on the nose, Hallmark Christmassy, but
Okay.
I'm a sucker for it,
Okay.
even if it's not that great.
Fair enough. And you just 3 in a row. Christmas
3 in a row.
movies.
I find them. I don't get Hallmark, so I get my
Yeah.
fix.
Okay. So my number 12 and my bottom one is also The Christmas Ring. So, I don't have any more comments than that. Other than, why would you take a ring to go ski? I think that was your first mistake, and perhaps you deserve to struggle for a little bit to find it and get it back.
Clock it.
Clock it.
And then
Or
also
be a
apparently
better
it's worth
actor.
like thousands of dollars. So
Why would you take it with you to ski or snowboard or whatever the heck you were doing? Why would you do that? She's like, I won't take it with me next time.
and then you just assume it's gonna be found and
Yeah.
circulated through antique
because
stores.
I'm assuming because I don't think they said otherwise that it fell in the snow. So honestly, props that anyone even found it, and then didn't keep it.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
My number 11, I have The Running Man.
That's also my number 11.
But-
I'm
Yeah.
writing it down, but spoiler.
It's I think it's a little more watchable than you do. But it truly is just such a bad script, like an embarrassing script.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it allows some people, not our main character, to shine as fun actors doing the things that they typically do. Josh Brolin, Coleman Domingo, The woman who plays his wife. I think she is gorgeous in everything.
Yes.
Michael Cera does his Michael Cera thing.
Sure.
So, people are here. They're doing what they always do. In just a pretty bad movie.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'll write your number 10
Do you
down.
want to go on my number 10? Why do you do this
It's
to me?
okay. I can talk too. I can fill in
okay,
space
okay.
sometimes. I'm just kidding. Yeah, The Running Man, to me, unfortunately, I love to see how much effort they put into this movie. I appreciate that. I appreciate that he seems to be heavily influenced. Glenn Powell. I'm talking about Glenn Powell. He seems to be very heavily influenced by Tom Cruise in the way to make films for audiences. It's just unfortunate that the scripts didn't do them any favors, because I do think that you can see how awesome the sets are and how, like, what potential the action scenes had. It's just the script. I'm sorry. And that's not their fault. Well, I'm assuming the director and the writer are different people. But I know the director and Glenn Powell have talked on, like, social media, and you're like, we're in the trenches together, buddy. And I'm like, oh, that, like, hurts to see. But I don't think it's your fault. I'm sorry. It happens.
My number 10, I have a very Jonas Christmas movie. I think it's just very charming. Also, another very Hallmark-esque movie.
Yeah.
But I will say it's a little unique with following real celebrities in their lives.
Yeah.
Very fun. Chloe Bennett, loved her. KJ Apa I thought was super fun.
Also the part with Andrew Garth Feldman.
Yes!
Hilarious.
That was so funny.
He continues to
Low-key-
prove that he is a movie star. Like, I need him to be in more things. He would be really fun in, like, Knives Out, actually.
Oh, he'd do so good.
Wait. I'm calling it now, people. Get him in those
Clock it.
movies. Somebody also recently, the other day, I think Ryan Johnson himself said
Meryl Streep.
he wants Meryl Streep.
Mhm.
Not the other day. I think it was, like, today. But I also love that pick. I think she would be great.
Indeed.
So,
Alrighty,
yes.
your number 10.
Sorry to get a little fiery. I put Wicked for Good.
Woo!
Yeah. It wasn't my favorite. It's okay. Go watch our video to find out why. Is it a horrible movie? No. Is it, I would say, overall a bad movie? Yeah. So, it's just disappointing when you have the first movie that plants so many seeds and build things up so well, for it to not be done justice in many places in the second one. So, anyways.
On to me now. My number 9, I have Now You See Me, Now You Don't. I think it is a very fun entry in there. I think it very easily could have been their best. I think it's a little bit of a bummer that it's just kind of missing a little bit of the edge that I think the first one particularly had.
Mm-hmm.
But amazing scenes, amazing tricks. Love the expansion on the cast.
Mm-hmm.
Love, and I will love to see another one in the next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah. My number 9 is In Your Dreams. I thought this was cute. It was fun. It actually kind of made me think about how many animated movies actually talk about divorce, because I was struggling to think of some. I mean, plenty of animated movies have explored poor parental figures, but I feel like that wasn't the case here. She had 2 really good parental figures, but they just weren't wanting to be together anymore, and that was very sad to watch. Like, aw. I feel really bad for her, but I do feel like this could be a really good movie for kids with parents going through divorce. I feel like this could be really healthy and healing for them. I mean, sad. I'm sure they'd break down crying, but then maybe come out the other end a little healed and okay, well, I won't do anything rash. Make a deal with the Sandman or whatever. So, anyways,
my number 8, I have Nuremberg. I am so glad we ended up randomly watching this. I think the acting is very strong. I think the sets are really cool, and it's very strong. And I will say, I like to be reminded that Rami Malek isn't the amateur.
Yeah.
I love
He's
to see a
actually
movie that
very
reminds me that
talented.
he's actually a very talented actor.
He's very talented when, like, I know a lot of people were mad when he won the Oscar for Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm like, I think he's talented, and like plenty of actors win for not their best performance, and I think he was good at that. But anyways, I'm just happy he got one because I think he's very deserving. So, anyways, for maybe other things,
sure.
but that's okay. I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis, like, yeah,
For real.
so many examples. Heck, even that same year's, or not, different year, Zoe Saldana. I think she should have
Last
got
year.
it for Avatar. So, anyways. Oh, wait. What are we on, number 8?
Your
My
number
number 8 is Now You See Me, Now You Don't.
Okay.
So, I did like this slightly more than you did. I actually feel like it's fairly close to the original for me. But yeah, the original is just so, like, solid for me. It's so good. And this one, I do feel like, I don't know really what it was missing, but it was very flashy. It was very fun. I feel like I could see people, the way that some people looked at the F1 movie, how they said it was like super flashy and was like a movie to make you feel good, but not quite the substance to go along with it, which I personally disagree with that, but I know a lot of other people think that. I feel like that would be understandable to think that about this movie. Yeah, I think I said that kind of well. Anyways.
Well, alrighty. At number 7, I have In Your Dreams. Totally kind of stumbled upon this one with a random Netflix trailer. Really enjoyed that, especially as someone who comes from like a blended family, as I call it.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the messaging here, specifically the message of, hey, like, things in life will change, but like
Yeah.
find the thing that's gonna like get you through it.
Mm-hmm.
I also loved the iteration of the Sandman. I loved like going through the different nightmares. I thought was super fun, and then every just sequence that was a dream was just a blast.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was a very fun animated movie.
I agree. Very cute. So I put as my number 7 Begonia. I feel like this was a really solid movie. Maybe, I don't really know, because I don't think we ever made a video on this one.
We did not.
Because we saw it late. I don't know if there are real, like, problems I have with this film. It was just kind of weird at times, I guess, but it, embraced that. Knew it was supposed to be weird. I don't want to say too much, I guess, because we're not in spoiler territory.
Mm-hmm.
But it was very solid, and I feel like any other year, some of these actors would be getting more recognition, but it is so competitive this year, especially in the male categories, so I can understand why they're not in the conversation.
I don't know. They love some Jesse Plemons, that dang Academy.
I mean,
And some Emma Stone. I think we've
Maybe.
not heard the last of Begonia.
Mayhaps. So, I would hope they're at least on the short list, and I feel like maybe when they're on the short list, it'll remind some people, oh yeah, they were awesome in that movie. Fingers crossed, because they were really good.
My number 6, I have Wicked for Good. I think it's very solid. I don't think there was any iteration of this movie that I wouldn't have enjoyed. I think it has a lot of great numbers. I think there's great character work here still. I think the script is kind of my biggest issue with it. And honestly, I just wish they kind of found a way to fix some problems from the source material.
Yeah.
And they just didn't. And so it feels like there's a lot of rough edges on the conclusion here.
It feels like, why did you make it 2.5 hours to not fix the many problems?
Yeah.
That have been problems for years and years and years.
Yeah. But I still really enjoy this movie. There's a lot of moments I still think about pretty regularly. So still a super fun time for me.
Yes.
Alrighty. Your number
Okay,
6.
my number 6, don't come for me for this being above Begonia. It's in its own thing, okay? I put A Very Jonas Christmas Movie because I thought it was adorable, and you can't compare this movie and Begonia. They're just completely different things. They're trying to achieve very different things. This movie's not trying to win an Oscar. Like, they're just there to have fun and make a fun Christmas special. And I think this is a very fun. It surprised me, which I think is why it's a little bit high on my list. So,
Fair.
anyways.
My number 5, I have Eternity. I think it is so fun. I think the set is really interesting, actually. And the chemistry and some of the big questions they kind of work around, I think, are very interesting to see explored. It's, the acting, I think, is fun. Like I said, I love Elizabeth Olsen to death. I think she's one of the most underrated actresses working these days. So I just, I love seeing a movie literally so centered around her.
Mm-hmm.
So great.
Yeah. Wish it got a better treatment in a wide release.
Indeed.
But what can you do? My number 5 is Nuremberg. I thought this was very solid. Very good. Very impactful. Very important. I wish it was also getting more conversation. I've seen very little of it. But it's been positive from what I've seen. So good for them.
I remember before going into it seeing comments that's like, this is like a World War II movie being edited like a Marvel movie. And I don't know. I think that just makes it very quick and engaging in what is otherwise a months-long trial period that they're going over. I don't know. Sorry they make it kind of fun to watch.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Also, some Marvel movies are really good, so I'm tired of people saying that. I'm like, there's too wide of a margin of how good or bad a Marvel movie is for you to just reference it like that. I can't, so.
Indeed.
Anyways.
Right, it's my turn. Number 4, I have Begonia. I did not expect to enjoy this as much as I did, but I think it is just a blast.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy the conversations being had there. Kind of looking at, I'm going to say, like, incel or very, like, enclosed echo chamber-esque spaces.
Conspiracy theorists that take things way too far.
They do a lot of fun stuff in that conversation. I think it is so well acted between specifically Jesse Plemons and Emma Stone. I think they are just so talented. And I think this movie leans into both of them basically perfectly. And then it just goes crazy a little. And I'm there for the ride. So truly. I truly hope to hear more about Begonia.
Yeah.
Especially if I had to hear so much about Poor Things.
Yeah. My number 4 is Wicked. Looks like Own, but it's One Wonderful Night. This is another one that's like basically in its own category because it's like when we included the Life of a Showgirl thing that Taylor Swift did in theaters. It's like you can't really it's not really like a movie just because it's movie length. It's just a fun little segment, its own thing. I hope it wins some. I think it could win some like Emmys.
Oh, it's Emmy eligible.
So, anyways,
Mayhaps.
I'm excited for that. Like I said, her Thank Goodness version was amazing. And we haven't done the Madame Horrible thing yet.
Go for it.
Madame Horrible, flip it upside down, Wicked Witch. Anyways, that wasn't a thing when we made our Wicked video, so we gotta say it now.
Thank God.
What?
I'm sorry.
I
It's
hate
not. Michelle Yeoh, I
think
love
it's
you.
really-
It's not
I
that
think
clever.
I think it's hilarious. Who cares if it's not clever? It's like 6, 7.
What's funny about it?
Some things are just funny. I'm tired of that argument of like, what's the logical? Some jokes are not logically funny. Sometimes they're just funny. There's just like a vibe. Like Vine, there's so much stupid stuff on Vine, but it's funny because sometimes it's just the vibe of it's funny. Anyways, just have fun, have joy in your life. dolls or figurines.
She's
or
telling me to
anything.
have fun in my life, and where is Wicked for Good on your list again?
Was this movie supposed to be fun?
To ask them. They're angry at you.
What about? I don't care. What about Wicked for Good is supposed to be fun? Actually, I would ask Ariana Grande that, and she would tell you nothing. She would tell you nothing about it. She's the crier on the press tour, her and Cynthia, and you're supposed to sit here and tell me that this movie was supposed to be fun? No. It's supposed to be tragic. It's just not even a happy ending.
We've lost English, people.
Just throw it across the room.
Anyways, it's my turn.
Yes.
Is it? I'm on 3.
Oh.
Did you do your 4?
Yeah, it's wicked.
Okay.
It's been a wonderful night.
And number 3, I have Zootopia 2. So fun.
Me too.
Go animation. Hey. I think it is super fun. I think it is a really great bounce off of the original. If we had to come back to anything for a little bit of a late sequel, I'm glad it was Zootopia. I think there was a great story to tell here. I think some very amazing and important themes used here. Love Larry the Snake. Love reptiles. Can't wait to see what else they want to explore and how. So fun.
Period. Anyways. I also had Zootopia 2. I forgot that for a second. I was like, wait a second. What am I on? I also have Zootopia 2 as my number 3. I thought it was very adorable. Nick and Judy continue to be very cute. What do I have to say? They can continue making more of these until they run out of ideas. I would love to see it. Give me more! Somebody the other day said, even after almost 10 years, the reason they haven't let Nick and Judy actually get together is because they can't figure out the design that their kids would look like. And
Maybe.
I'm sorry, can't you just pull a Lady and the Tramp and have a fox and a bunny? It's a fictional kids movie. It'll be okay. Somebody did point out it'd be really funny if they had a sly bunny and a dumb fox. That would be really funny. That's all you have to do. Don't question it. Wouldn't happen in real life, people. That's what happens in Lady and the Tramp, right? I'm pretty sure they just have like multiple babies that look like one of them. I don't think they look like both of them. Maybe I need to rewatch it. I don't know.
I have my top 2 already put. At number 2, I have Predator Badlands. And then at number 1, I have Frankenstein.
Me too.
I loved both of these movies so much. It actually hurts my soul in a lot of ways that I think these two baddies are going to be in competition for a lot of the same awards. And I hate that they have to fight for the spotlight like this. Like,
it would be really
the hell,
nice
man?
if the Academy, instead of just voting however they vote, so I feel like the problem is sometimes like 2 or 3 movies win most of the awards because everyone just votes for that, and I wish on years like this that they would almost just have a giant committee send in their votes and then be like, okay, so you have this and this and this, they all have like 5 Oscars. These movies that are also amazing have 0 Oscars. Let's split it up a little bit because they're all deserving of an Oscar. That's what I would love.
yeah.
But
Adjusted democracy.
some years they do a good job at splitting it up, and some years they don't. So
Here's the
we
list.
shall see. I think they have to, one way or another, they have to split it up
Gosh.
this year.
Some amazing, amazing movies. Ugh.
Yeah.
Frankenstein hurts my soul in all of the best ways. And Predator Badlands, what a baddie. In a land.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Very good.
Such a great and fun time. If you had to... we've done this on other episodes, but if you had to pick like one word to describe, or how would you describe the movies released this month?
I would say... Gosh, I feel like I've already used the word variety, so I can't use... I'm pretty sure I've used that word before. I don't know. This is also a variety. I would say... I would not say. I can't think of anything.
Dang.
Cinema.
Sure.
It's not true, but it's okay. It's not true for a lot of these. Well, some of these movies. It's okay. I can't think of anything else.
Next
yeah.
up, we are going to be ranking. I have my top 10. I think you said you have 11.
9.
You have 9.
Oh wait, depends on what we're doing first.
The first watches from 2025.
9.
Okay, so I have my 10. So I will go ahead and do. And these are my top 10. I had watched 18 movies that I
You
missed.
should
this year.
quickly just list through.
Okay,
18.
Sure. Make sure I have 10 written down so I
You
can
don't
go
have
right
to write
into
it down or detail it, but just be like
Sure.
this, and this.
So from the bottom, number 18, I had watched Eddington. Whew. Was not ready for that. Then 17, I have Honey Don't. 16, I had Happy Gilmore 2. 15.
Wait, that didn't come out in November.
No. This is first time watches from 2025.
In 2025.
Yes. 15, I had
I knew
Odessa.
that.
14, I watched My Oxford Year. 13, I watched The Wrong Paris. At 12, I had Oh Hi. At 11, I had On Swift Horses. And then...
Which Netflix is so fake for hiding that behind their... First of all, it's so stupid that you can pay any subscription level and not have access to all their movies. That's dumb in itself. And it's so fake of them to hide that behind. Because I'm just out of spite, I don't want to rent it. Because it's there. It's like an unlocked link away. I can't in my soul. And, well, right now I think it's $6 to rent, so especially that, I'm gonna wait till it's $3.
Okay.
Okay. Or if it gets nominated for an Oscar, probably won't. But if it does, then I'll watch everything, so. Anyway.
At number 10, I have Friendship. The humor of our main actor here isn't always my thing. Because the humor basically just typically centers around him being very obnoxious. Which I think I have a pretty set limit on how much of that I can watch before I'm like, okay,
I
bit's
hate
over.
this. Yeah. Yeah.
But even though
It's
this movie is
why you probably disliked One of Them Days. Or
probably to an
yeah.
extent. But this movie, I think, structures around that in a really cool way.
Okay.
And there's some scenes that are just really hilarious.
I do want to see that at some point. I feel like I keep forgetting about it. So, remind me that I need to watch that at some point.
I shall.
So,
Ready. Your number 9.
my number 9 is unfortunately Honey Don't. I had not heard great things. It was highly anticipated, and then people started watching it and said, "Oh, it's actually not that good." And then Luke watched it. And he said, "Yeah, it's not that good." And then I was like, I still really want to be the odd one out here, and I wasn't.
I
It's
think
just
that's how everyone felt going into
It was
Honey
just
Don't.
no, it's so frustrating because it's like, oh, they were right. You had such a great pitch and a good, solid cast. What went wrong? Yeah, I really wanted to like this one, and I did not.
No, that's so real.
Sorry.
My number 9, I have The Shrouds.
That's kind of low. Okay.
A little, but to be fair, I really liked everything.
I mean,
kind
you've
of
seen,
above it.
yeah, you've seen more than I have.
Yes,
So
I
it's
mean,
like
this is quite up
your
there.
top 10.
Like, we're
yeah.
already in the
It's a
part,
good top
like,
10.
above, like, good movies to the part where it's like, I would recommend these.
Okay.
So The Shrouds was very fun. I had just watched The Fly.
Right. I have
which
that on my
is,
list now.
Steven Soderbergh, I believe, is the director who did this as well. So I was very interested to see go from like his masterpiece that he's most well known for to something more modern.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very interesting. This is no Fly, but they cover some really interesting topics, and I will say it's a little bit more vague than I like my new movies typically to be.
Yeah.
Like sometimes there's like a vagueness I can appreciate if it like centers around like the theme or the story, and it's like, supposed to be up for interpretation. Here
Yeah.
it felt a little aimless with what you are or aren't supposed to be believing is real or isn't.
I
But
think for me, like for movies like that, I think they have to be pretty dang interesting for me to want to put in the work to sit and think about it. Maybe I've read articles before about movies I really liked but wasn't quite sure how to interpret certain parts of it. Like Inception, I think, is one that people talk about a lot, where they really try to analyze and break down things that happen in that film because it can be confusing. I think that's what I'm thinking of. And not that this wasn't interesting, I just don't think it was interesting enough for me to want to spend the time to think about it more.
yeah. It's great to sit in it, and I think the cast does a great part to like make it, I think, rise above some of those issues I have with it.
I think so.
And then just
Yeah.
inherently, like, the whole purpose of it with, like, watching the people you love rot over time, I think is, like, so jarring and so,
Yeah.
like, gothic. It's like a modern gothic, which I think is really interesting to see, actually.
Yeah, I agree. My number 8 is After the Hunt.
Okay.
This was another one that I was very excited for, and then when people started seeing it and saying it wasn't that good, I was like, oh no, it's happening again. And then yeah, it wasn't that good. I don't know, I just didn't leave the movie again, I think, caring enough to hear other people's takes on it. I'm like, that was a movie I watched. I probably wouldn't recommend it, especially with Julia Roberts of all people. I'm like, you have much better movies, and I'll just watch those. I will say people have been kind of using this movie as an excuse to start hating on Iowa Debris a lot, which she already had that one really bad interview moment where the interviewer needs to get fired for that. But like there are people that are now like, well, I've always thought she was a bad actress. I'm like,
She's not even bad here. She's
not
given...
bad
I don't
here.
think any actor is bad here. They're just given a really horrible and very counterintuitive to not really well thought out script.
yeah. Well, they were like, she slapped her weird. One, she probably didn't really slap her, so that's the director and camera person's fault for not making that look better, which I didn't even notice it, but anyways. And two, it's also a scene where she's mad at things that are being said, so she does it out of anger, but she's not like, she doesn't have like hate behind it, so it's also not like she's like fully into it. I'm like, that's just a dumb excuse. They're like, sometimes on The Bear she's been mad. On The Bear, they're crazy for that. So I just wanted to point that out, that those people are crazy, and I think they're invalid. Anyways.
I actually didn't put After the Hunt on my list, but it doesn't make my top 10.
Okay.
Needless to say. Next up, my number 8, I have The Phoenician Scheme. Definitely not my favorite that I've seen of Wes Anderson.
Yeah.
But I think the cast here, once again, I think does a lot to kind of get over some of the issues with it. Michael Cera is really great here. The nun character here I also enjoyed as much as I thought I was going to. And once
I think it's
again,
like Mia something.
Benicio del Toro kills it.
Of course. Always. It's great.
I love him so much after
One battle after
one
another.
battle after another.
No, I'm glad that at least I'm hopeful that he's going to at least get recognition for that movie, because I think he's been great. So, fingers crossed. He had a fairly small role.
Oh, but he did.
I'm very
He
competitive, but
shines so
he's-
much.
Yeah. As much as I thought Sean Penn did a great job in that movie, if I had to choose between the two of them, I would easily pick Benicio del Toro for that. Absolutely. So, if, only one of them could get in the supporting actor category, I would pick him.
Oh, and also, unfortunately, what's his name? Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch. He does not do a good job here.
Interesting, because he's capable of doing.
He is.
Good job.
He was in my like top 20 favorite male lead performances for a while. With The Roses, I think he does such a good job there. Then to see him in this, I was like, oh, baddie.
Yeah.
And then they did you really bad with those fake eyebrows.
Yeah, I do remember that from the trailer. My number 7 is Clown in a Cornfield. You and Cole hyped this up for so long, and I'm not gonna sit here and say it's bad. I just feel like it's exactly the movie I thought it was gonna be, which is why I didn't see it in theaters. But it was fun to see that one girl from Ginny and Georgia be the main character. I think she's great. And then the guy that she's like flirtatious with for about half the film until something was revealed. First of all, that reveal was hilarious.
I loved
Just the
that
way she
reveal.
played all the girls played that, where they were like, yup. Yup. And that's all I'm gonna say on that, because I would love to not spoil that for you. But he also did a really good job. He reminds me of the guy who plays Sean in Boy Meets World. I don't know his name. He's a cutie in that show, and this guy's a cutie too. I'm like, you like the same haircut? I'm like, you could play him in like a reboot. So, anyways.
Lock it. My number 7, I have Netflix's Nonas. Very sweet, actually. I don't know how much you know about it, but it basically centers around this guy lost his mother, and then to kind of keep her Italian chef heritage alive, he opens a restaurant, and the whole thing is it is food made by grandmothers, by Italian grandmothers, and it's basically this like ditch to kind of hold on to like the memory of his mom. It has what's her name? It has the villain from Enchanted, who's so fabulous.
Oh, I love her.
She's great.
Oh my gosh. I don't know
Linda
her name.
Cardellini's also in it as the love interest. Also, such
Wait,
a
I
bad.
need to
No,
add
it's
to my
this is a
list.
great watch.
Okay, I need to take a picture of that. Even though you're gonna erase it, it's okay. You have it on your phone.
It's on.
So
You have it on your phone.
yeah, it's okay.
So yeah, this was really feel good, and it's so fun. I really love the whole thing of like grandmothers being friends. Like old, it's what I imagine. Thank you for being a friend. Golden Girls.
Golden Girls. I love
It's pretty
Golden
Girls
Girls.
coded.
Me and my mom
oh,
watched that when I grew up. It was so cute.
Yeah, great time.
My number 6 is Oh Hi. I feel like I saw a review. I forgot who wrote it. Somebody I follow. But they said this movie peaked at the French Toast. And I think... And it was really funny because, you know, when I read that review, like 2 seconds before I looked up and saw the French Toast on the screen, I went, damn, it all goes downhill from here. Like, it could not have been more perfect timing when I read that. I was like, oh, fuck me then. Anyways, sorry guys. I do agree with that. However, I do think the first part of it is pretty solid. It is unfortunate. How do I say that without spoiling things? Let's just say I support a woman's right and a woman's wrong.
I fear it's very relatable.
It's really funny to yell at the TV and say, "Don't you make her feel crazy?" And then 10 minutes later, you're like, let's put it that way. Anyways.
That's so real.
Yeah, but I think both of the lead performances are very fun. Nothing like crazy unique, but they did a good job. Fun little dynamic going on. Logan Lerman especially, because he's not able to move his body a lot in the movie, and he still does a good job.
Yeah.
So I just like moved myself with that.
Awesome.
Okay.
My number 6, I have Presence. I was very interested to see how this movie like is. It's such an interesting pitch, the idea of a ghost story from the perspective of the ghost. That feels like one of those like, oh, I'm gonna make an artistic ghost story. But it's, I don't know, the effects of it are kind of cool, if not used all that much. It's more of like a just kind of watching a family drama, and then sometimes it does ghost stuff, but it's all very there's like a mystery to why you're watching it from their eyes. The family drama, I think, is all done really well. I think it's decently acted. And the house is just really cool to be in. I'm like, man, I'd want to haunt this place too.
Her?
Yeah. It was really fun and really unique.
So, if I was a ghost and could like go anywhere I wanted, I would go to a bunch of like reality TV show stars and see what they're like in real life, and I would watch as they're filming too, because I do eat that up. I'm like,
It like cuts
y'all's life is crazy.
cutting to Alicia the Ghost's like interview, and it's just like an empty chair. And then there's like a gust in the background that's like pushing papers.
Anyways, I'm ready for my glam bot. My number 5 is The Shrouds. I thought it was pretty solid. I thought it was pretty fun. It was pretty weird. I feel like I can see and understand if my mic wants to work. Thanks. I did The Shrouds. So, anyways. I feel like I can see how this would be like a 5 out of 5 for somebody. I just don't. I feel like for specific personalities, I can see them really vibing with it. I needed to sit on it more, but I didn't want to. So that's my description of it. Well, not because it was bad. I just didn't think it was interesting enough to spend extra time like reading into it. Like I don't care that much. Sorry.
My number 5, I have Apple TV's The Gorge. I had kind of low expectations here. For like right as I started watching it, I was reminded that it's a Scott Derrickson movie, who I love.
Wait.
So
is it good? Oh, I guess.
I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I was going to.
That's the one with Anya
Taylor-Joy and Miles Teller.
Okay, I was wondering because that looked like the poster kind of gave this could be really bad vibes. So I'm glad.
No,
but
they're
it's on
both very
Apple TV,
charming.
So.
It's a very interesting premise. They start from like opposite ends of the gorge, and like they're not supposed to communicate, and then they do start communicating, and it's very cute.
Very like
and then
Raylo coded.
What coded?
No, did I say that right? Raylo, Kylo,
Sure.
and Ray.
A little, I would say. And then the kind of turns that this movie takes are so great, and the movie, it just kind of turns up in a way that made me very happy. So I'm very surprised at how much I enjoyed this.
My number 4, which you're gonna be like, until you see first of all, my top 4 is like 4.5 stars or higher. Mm-hmm. So let's just preface it like that. I put Predator, Killer of Killers.
Okay.
Like, how could it be number 4? Wait till you see my top 3, guys. This was so good. It is, I think, my second favorite Predator film. If I remember.
I think it's what you said on your ranking.
Yeah, for sure. Because I did like Prey. All the like the Dan Trent, however you say his last name, guy. I saw that he was supposed to direct an episode for Stranger Things, but then he couldn't because of Predator, Badlands.
I fear that's worth it, but that's brutal. That's a brutal loss for Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna drop this here. I think they definitely could have used him. Anyways,
well, at least like in episode 4, I feel like he would have killed it. Also, the guy who directed episode 3 is apparently directing episode 5, which episode 3 was really good. Or a lot of people. Anyways, we'll talk. We're doing it. We're gonna do a video on that hopefully. So we'll get more into it later. Yeah, really awesome animation story, and leaves it open for more. I think like this solidified my insane excitement for Badlands, and then was validated. So go, you director. You pay him whatever you want, guys, because you gotta hold on to him. Mm-hmm. Anyways.
My number 4, I have The Thursday Murder Club. Oh my gosh.
I heard you liked that, yeah.
More, like, Golden Girls vibes, but also with murder mystery there. Helen Mirren as our main character, Pierce Brosnahan, the old Bond. I forget his name, but the guy who plays the actor Mandarin, who's really funny. Oh, and he was also in.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. He's here. He's so adorable.
Okay.
Ugh, it's so fun. Oh, and it has Sorry Baby Girl.
Trevor.
The woman you really like. She was in Mickey 17 as the girlfriend. Sorry Baby. She was the one who gets
No, I
pregnant.
know.
I don't know her name. But
Somebody gets
she's very
pregnant.
fun.
No, wait, the best friend.
yes.
I remember that movie.
But she's also here, and she's also
Wait.
super cute.
My brain is
And David Tennant's in
exploding
it.
right now.
So do you
Oh
want to watch
my
this
God,
movie yet?
yes.
It's such a fun time.
Let me take a picture of that list. This is the third movie where I'm like, I need to watch this right now.
No, it's so fun. Because the Thursday Murder Club, it's this like group in an old person's home where what they do is they find cold cases and they try and solve them, and then a real murder happens.
That's crazy.
It's what I aspire to be like whenever I get that age. It's like if I'm not doing this,
Is
then
that
I've
why
lost
you want to
myself.
start like a fake crime podcast?
Maybe.
So maybe
Possibly.
one can happen to you. What? Oh no. Okay, my number 3 is Neja 2. Again, you're probably like, Alicia, what is your number 2 and number 1? Also peak movies. I don't know what to tell you. It was a good month for
It was a good year.
Yeah, good year for movies. This movie was awesome. I watched Neza and was like, this was really good. And then you're like, next one's better. And I was like, it is. It is. It's so good. There's a sequence that is so sad. I'm pretty sure we've already talked about it on this podcast. I feel like I'm having deja vu.
Because we talked about it in the animation.
Yes. Okay. Well, anyways, just to recap, if you didn't watch that, there's a scene in this that's so incredibly gut-wrenching. It reminds me of a scene in Mulan when, like, the city's obliterated and there's just silence. First of all, there's no music the rest of the film because it's so, well, like, in Mulan. Anyways, this is, like, I'm getting flashbacks and not the good kind.
Mm-hmm.
What a great film. And then there's an epic moment. I love it.
No, for sure.
Yes.
That is also my number 3. Neja 2. So fun. Such great character designs.
Yeah.
I think the voice acting gets a much needed upgrade
Yeah.
in the not the dubbing with
Yeah.
Michelle Yeoh. The mom in the first one, I'm like, girl, you're doing your best. And I appreciate you for that enough. But everything just like looked so beautiful. It was a gorgeous movie.
Yeah.
Oh.
Agree. My number 2, even though I forgot something, a really big thing, it's okay. Sorry, baby. Literally. First of all, I like have no words and I also want to write like a 10-page essay. I loved this film. I think it's so good. I think it's a crime if this doesn't win anything at the Oscars. I don't know if it will though, because I don't know. I hope it gets at least some smaller like awards certain places, because this was such a good film. And the fact that it was a directorial debut, invest in this director. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so good. It was one of those where it's like I didn't know much at all about it. I knew something sad happens. I knew what it was. I knew the whole film was pretty heavy, but I didn't know much other than that. I also want to point out how funny this movie is and how great it. Like, this is like a masterclass in how to balance wildly different tones within your film. Like when they're at, we try to be vague, when they're at a clinic and they're obviously for something bad and then they're making jokes still, you're like, why would they be making jokes? It so works in the film perfectly. Masterclass in how to balance that. So It is. And the director was the main character in it, and she also did a good
Nailed
job.
it.
So yeah. It's awesome. Honestly, I wouldn't be mad if she kind of snuck into some added categories. So there's too many deserving people this year. It's like I can't be mad. There's too many people. Just expand everything like 5 more people this year. It's fine.
Yeah, and then did you see the thing about how Gal Gadot is rumored to be nominated for acting categories from Snow White?
No, she's not.
Can't say if that's true or not, but I did read that.
Well, they could nominate her all day long, or like campaign for her to be nominated, but she's not gonna be nominated. I swear, that's like actually like 1,000 times worse than like anything from Amelia Perez. That's like genuinely. Not to say the movie's bad, she's bad. So, anyways.
My number 2 is also Sorry Baby. I went ahead and also put both of our number 1.
Yeah, highest to lowest.
Which is highest to lowest. Sorry
Oh
Baby,
my
I think
God.
that is such a strong script. I think it covers a topic that I think is either talked around a lot, which is a really big part of that movie. And then I also think it talks about how like it's avoided kind of at all costs.
Yeah.
I also really love how they kind of get into that in such a respectful way. Like it's a masterclass about having something really intense like essay in your movie.
Yeah.
But then not doing that in a way where it's like disrespectful at all, but
Yeah.
still really impactful.
Yeah.
It masters that so well.
Yeah,
And I
I
really
agree.
hope other script writers are able to watch this and take notes, because
Yeah.
I think that it's a very important conversation. And I think it's a shame to avoid that conversation and then to try and do that conversation and then do that wrong.
Yeah, that's why it's never really sat right with me when a film has like either a very graphic or long essay scene, because they're like, well, you have to show. No, you don't. You've never had to show it, and I think if here's just another example in a long list of examples of ways to very clearly get across the point of what's happening and deal with the aftermath of that in a way that's not overly triggering or disrespectful. So,
For sure. And I love showing
Looking
like
at
there's
you,
this
Game of Thrones.
and there's a scene
Anyways.
that I really love about like the kindness of strangers.
Mm-hmm.
That's a scene that really sticks with me. Talking to someone really innocent, coming into this world and kind of coming to terms with that. There's so many great themes that just kind of build out of the main conversation, and it's both like heartbreaking but feel good at the same time.
Yeah.
The script walks such a fine and like perfect line. It's
Yeah.
crazy good.
Never goes like too far in one direction. Ever. So.
And then highest to lowest. Let's switch up the conversation a little.
Oh my gosh.
Spike Lee, you
No.
still have it.
Yes,
gosh.
I would like to shout him out because I think he's a phenomenal director. He's one of my favorites. I haven't seen a ton at all of his work, but his work is just so good where it's like he's one of my favorites. I also love that he stars in some of his films, like Do the Right Thing. Yeah, Do the Right Thing is in my Letterboxd top 4 because it's so good. And I forgot there's only one other than Do the Right Thing and Highest to Lowest. There's only one other that I've seen. But that's partially because it's pretty hard actually to watch any of his films. I went through one day, I was making like a list of different directors I liked and all the films they made, to try to make a checklist to eventually watch a ton of their films. And when I got to his list, he has a ton of films, but like 90% of them he had to rent, which I think is a shame in itself. And then there were a few of them that I like couldn't find a place to watch it, and I think that's a shame because he's very talented. Not to say, he has perfect filmography, but nobody does. So, anyways,
No, for sure.
This film was so
This
good.
movie was such a blast. Like, off the bat, I remember being, like, so into it.
Yeah.
Like, I think the set design, it's very, like, modern and, like, typical, but they still
So
use the space
pretty.
really well.
I actually would love if they got nominated for production design. So good.
Not to mention the music in it. Music is such a big
Yes.
part of it, and
Yeah.
I really think they have another great shot at a Best Original Song.
Mm-hmm.
A nom, anyways. It's such a competitive year for song all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I agree.
Gosh, so fun. Denzel Washington, I
Yeah.
think, what a king. Him and Jeffrey
Always
Wright.
been so good.
Ugh.
Same with Jeffrey Wright. He's always been great. I also want to shout out. I can't believe the first I knew of Jeffrey Wright was from The Hunger Games, which he did great in that. And I'm not trying to like diss those films; those are great films. But then I went on to watch like American Fiction and this. Like, it's crazy. I also want to shout out A$AP Rocky because I didn't know he acted. I don't know if he has acted. This, for all I know, this could be the first thing he's in. I have no idea. I knew he's a musical artist. He did so good in this film, actually. I'm like, wow, you're like right there with like some, like Denzel Washington. Like you're keeping up with him. Like you're doing a really good job. He, you know, his character is very different.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
so
and then like the
good.
sequences are also very thrilling. Like there's
Yeah.
the scene like right after the train, which is this movie does so many different things and it does it all really well.
Yeah. And I remember we were like maybe like 40 minutes into the movie and we're like, where's this movie going? Like it had us stressed. And then we realized where it's going. We're like, oh no. Not like a bad way, just like oh, that's where it's going. Because it's labeled as a thriller slash crime movie. So that for the first 40 minutes, you're like, this is great. This is such a feel-good movie. And then
like-
you're like, oh no. When do you realize that happening? So good though.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
Also,
Like, what's gonna happen
also
right
they
now?
reference Mayhem from the Mayhem commercials while
Yes.
Mayhem's actor is in this movie,
Actively
and
in
I
the
think
movie.
that is crazy behavior.
I wonder if he like got sponsored by Allstate. Like, is that close enough to get sponsored by them?
Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, I don't blame them if that was their like product placement. Then
Then
I'm
power
okay with that.
to them.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Gosh. Alrighty, so next up, we are going to be ranking our normal first-time watches that are outside of the year of 2025. So this is
Yes.
everything else.
So many rankings. This is gonna be a long video. It's okay.
It's 12, but we did a lot of watching.
I will end up doing just a top 10 for me. I had 11,
Yes.
but then I forgot 5. Or really, I only added 3 because some of them were from this year. But anyways.
I will say off the bat, some of the things I had tried to watch, specifically, you'll see that I watched a decent amount of the Hellraiser movies.
Yeah.
Because I had never seen them before, and I own a lot of them. So there's a lot of Hellraiser on my list, or a bit of Hellraiser. I'm only going to be ranking my top 10, but I am going to
Yeah.
do before where I'm going to go ahead
I'm
and
gonna
just
do it too,
say
yeah.
my last, because I watched 18 in this list.
Her?
So at 18, I have Howard the Duck. Whew!
I forgot you watched
Yep.
that this month.
17, I have Happy Gilmore. Number 16, I have Hellraiser Bloodline.
Ooh.
Number 15, I have Fly Me to the Moon.
Such
14.
a hater. I loved that movie. I thought it was so cute.
I think it's solid enough.
It's okay.
14, I have Hellbound, Hellraiser 2. 13, I have Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth. 12, I have Say Anything, which is the movie notorious for the standing outside with the jukebox.
Yes.
Iconic scene.
I need to like properly watch that film. I'm pretty sure it's one of those. It's like a fever dream from my childhood.
I will say, after having watched it this month, it's not a crazy memorable movie because nothing like big happens in
Other
it.
than yeah.
It's a very subtle movie.
So maybe I have. I don't know.
At 11, I have Full Metal Jacket, which I will say, this is where it's like some really great movies that I watched. I remember as this was like slowly edging out of my top 10 of like both of them, these lists combined, I was like, maybe I should separate it because like I need to talk about Full Metal Jacket, and then it's still outside of my top 10.
Dang.
But this one was really good. It has Vincent D'Onofrio in it.
Love him.
And it's really great. It follows, the first half is like boot camp for the Marines, and then it goes into, I believe, the Vietnam War, and kind of how soldiers were losing their humanity, and kind of like losing themselves in war.
Yeah.
But there's like a huge divide on like, everyone agrees that the first half is like a perfect movie, and then it kind of goes into a pretty standard war movie.
Okay.
That first half is crazy good though. But I think both are solid.
Sure.
Then at 10,
It's okay. I'll do mine.
go for it.
I have 14. So I had The Running Man, the original, I guess.
Okay.
Interesting. So that's pretty low. Because I didn't hate that movie. I just think it's boring. And then The Predator. And then Predator 2. And Predators. I'll show the Predator movies this month. And then you can do your number 10.
Okay. My number 10, I have Harriet. We watched this so we could see Cynthia Erivo's Oscar nom, right? Did she win that? I don't think she won it.
No, but she was nominated for that song, which is such a good song.
Yes.
But I want to say that's the year that Rocket Man won. Because I feel like when I was watching Rocket Man, it's on my list, spoiler, I was thinking, I know that this song won an Oscar, but I remember being like, what other song could have won that year? And then it was this one, and I was like, no, that's actually valid now that I've seen it. I think I was thinking of that
Probably.
one, which that one's really good too. I maybe still would have picked that one, just because I think it's, I don't know. Both of them are very, like, emotional songs. So.
But I think
good.
it's so great. I think Cynthia Erivo does great. I think that song is great. I think there is something to be kind of desired from the directing of it. I do remember people saying that it feels like a made-for-TV movie. I can see where they're getting that from. But I think the script and acting help raise it above that.
Yeah.
Also, I forget her name, but she's great in it. Leslie Odom Jr. is in it, and he's great. Janelle Monáe.
Yes.
Janelle Monáe is in it, and she has a great role, even if it's a little short.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone's doing the best here. It's so good.
Sure. My number 10 is A Christmas Story. I know. This is the first year I watched it. I didn't grow up with the movie. And I do feel like as I was watching this movie, it was one of those where it was like, I wish I would have grown up with it because I think I would have appreciated it a little bit more. I feel like it's just like solid standard. Like, I don't see myself feeling the need to rewatch this every year. If I have time, sure. I mean, we'll see. This is the first year I watched it, so we'll see next year. But it screamed like I could see why this is a classic. It just has that feel of like I would watch this, like a bunch of families would watch this all the time. And there are some great scenes. Yeah, I think it's solid. I don't think it's ever going to compete with like Elf or Home Alone or, like those like Home Alone is like genuinely one of my favorite movies. I love Home Alone. But anyways, it was good. It was a fun time. And then one of my coworkers today referenced that movie, and I actually got it. I was like, wait, I've seen that movie. I saw it yesterday. So, yeah. Anyways.
My number 9, I have the first Neja.
Her.
Super happy to have enjoyed this. I know that the second one was the one that was getting all the buzz, so I was interested to see if, like, is this going to be something I just kind of have to get through? Still really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I will say it has this one and a little bit of the second one have, like, a bit of a fart and piss humor that I don't always love.
Okay.
Okay. But I think that was a really solid animated movie. Also, I hate that Jack Black does the voice as one of the characters. And the mom's voice actress also kept taking me out. But I think the character is really cool. The two main characters, super fun. I think the god designs are all super endearing and feel pretty unique.
Yeah.
And I'm very glad it got us to the second one. And the third act, I think, is so cool. Oh,
I agree.
such a fun time.
My number 9 is Harriet. So very close to yours. I really liked this film. I enjoyed it. I think Cynthia Erivo was great. I don't think she got nominated for the role.
She did, because I remember
She
one
did?
of the reviews was, I
Okay.
can't believe she got nominated for this role.
Oh, ow.
And I'm like, okay.
That's a little harsh. I mean, to be fair, I don't know what else. Like, you know, in their mind, whose spot did she take or whatever. I don't know how competitive or not competitive that year was. But I did good. I'm like, I'm not surprised she was nominated. Anyways. So, yeah, I think it's pretty solid.
Indeed.
I wouldn't be surprised if this movie was played in like high school classrooms.
Maybe.
I feel like that would actually be a pretty dang good one to play. Yeah.
I agree.
Anyways.
At number 8, I watched Fright Night, the 88 version, for the first time. Oh my gosh. Okay, one of the friends is really annoying. But the visual effects, have you seen this one?
No.
Oh, it's so good. It's, hey mom, I think a vampire moved next door. Oh, it's so good.
Okay.
And then they like, first off, he like tries to prove it, and then they try to kill him, but he's very powerful. It's modern day vampires, which I love. I feel like there was another movie. It reminds me a little bit of Salem's Lot. It feels very heavily inspired by it.
Watch that.
Gosh, it's just so cool. And like the main vampire, so hot. Oh my gosh, and the visual effects are so cool, especially for 1988. I had seen they made a version of it, a remake of it in like 2014, 2016. I had seen that. And it has. He was in Big Bold Beautiful Journey. Him.
No, that guy,
Banshees
the
of-
Irish guy.
I'm
Banshees
really bad
of-
at remembering names today.
Penguin.
Yes.
It's not Colin Farrell.
Yes, it is.
It
is Colin
is.
Farrell.
I thought I was thinking
He
of someone
plays
else.
the hot vampire. Really well from what I remember, but so
Okay
great, so
then.
fun. Love me some good vampire lore.
Okay. My number 8 is the first Predator movie. Right? Yes. So, I, quote unquote, watched this before this month, but I was on my phone the whole time. Sorry. And so I was like, I should rewatch this because I don't remember anything from this movie. So I should rewatch this, and I'm glad I did because I was like, wow, I'm glad I rewatched this. This was really good. Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger. The better of the two that are technically on my list of 14. One made the top 10, one did not. So there you go. Very solid. Very fun.
At number 7, I watched Akira. That is an animated Japanese movie. And I was very interested to see it because the Akira slide is something I've heard of for a very long time. It's basically a shot in a movie whenever someone's on a motorcycle, and then like the shot is like coming from behind where they're coming from, and then they swerve to go parallel to the shot and like lean into the ground.
Ooh.
That's called the Akira slide from this movie.
Fun.
The animation is just so beautiful. It reminds me a lot of the Studio Ghibli animations where it's just so like detailed. There's also some really fun action here. It like starts with like biker gangs in a Neo Tokyo after like the nukes dropped in World War II. And then you have like mutant kids that have like powers on like randomly awakening kids. And you have like psychic battles going on here. It's so cool. I wish the end of the day, I could not tell you exactly what Akira is or isn't, which feels a little crazy considering how much they talk about it. And then the ending, completely over my head. And I fear if it goes over my head, because, like, I watched Inception, and I was like, I get that. I don't understand why people are confused about this.
Okay.
So, like, I don't know.
I haven't really like sat down and watched Inception,
A
and I
kid-
feel like that's a movie you need. So I can't really talk on
I
that.
don't know. So I wish the ending landed better for me. But people talk about this like it's like a masterpiece, and I get why they do. It's a really fun time.
Very fun. My number 7 is Pan's Labyrinth. This was fun. This was another one where the entire time I was watching this, I was like, I wish I grew up on this movie. Although maybe my childhood self would have been a little bit scarred by like the frogs and some other things.
Oh, they would have.
But you know, it could have built character because this felt so like whimsical at times. Like this feels like a movie I should have watched in my childhood. But it was still pretty solid as an adult. So I was going through the GDT movies. Can't say his name. I'm sorry. Guys, I've tried. Really.
Guillermo.
Del Toro. Anyways, love you, Key. Yeah.
Alrighty. My number 6, I have the first Hellraiser movie.
Okay.
Super fun.
The first one's on my list to watch at some point.
I love the Deadites. It isn't what I expected it to be. It like kind of follows the aftermath of them being summoned. And then they kind of show up a lot more towards the end. Even though the movies aren't as great that follow, I still really enjoy seeing and learning more of the lore of them. And their design and all of the actual horror movie in that first one is so great.
My number 6 is Rocket Man. I finally watched it. I've been saying I was going to watch it forever, and I finally did. This is solid. I would say I feel like some parts I don't know. Not weird, that's not the word, but I guess sometimes it took me out, and now I'm realizing how many films have about musical artist biopics. How many of them are treated like a musical where like they sing and they have like the whole numbers, which it's fitting for Elton John, so it worked for me ultimately, but it did like throw me off a little bit. I had to get used to it a little bit. I was like, this is like High School Musical, but it's a real person. It's Elton John and his music. He has such great music. Also Kit Connor. The first kid, I was like, this is not Kit Connor. So it must be like a middle. And then it was. And I was like, yep. And then in the credits, they were like, this person as young Elton John. And I was like, Kit Connor. And then it didn't come. And I was disappointed.
Damn.
I know. I was like, why would you not show him? He's such a cutie. Also, casting department popped off with that casting.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, a really good film. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always love the little ending where they're like, here's where they are now. But I loved the part where it's like, and I think it was like 10 years ago, he found and married his husband. I feel like his name is David. I feel like I want to say this. I don't remember. I'm sorry if it's not David. Person who did, like they were saying some insult, like you'll never truly be loved. And then it was like, but he did find love. And I was like, period. And then I was reading online that he's like really young in real life, I think. But it's okay. As long as they're happy, it's okay. On period. Because his mom is not a nice person.
Indeed.
But it was played by Bryce Dallas Howard. No, is that her name? Bryce Dallas Howard?
Howard's, yeah, that's her.
Ugh. She's a bitch in The Help, and she's a bitch here. I'm glad I saw you first in Jurassic World, because I need to, which she was like, I don't know, she could be like considered a bitch in that movie. But I'm like, I'm glad I can associate you with that movie instead of these other two movies. She's like so racist in The Help, and then here she's like just not a good person, mom, anything. So, anyways.
in the opposite vein of being a bad mom, I have at number 5 Steel Magnolias. I've seen this on stage 2 times, but I'd never seen the movie. And it is
I haven't
still
seen any.
such a... Did you not? They played it at our university.
I never made it. I don't know why, but I
Is it?
never made it, I guess.
But it is so heartbreaking. More Golden Girls vibes. I feel I might actually need to eventually watch that show because I love the vibes in all of these
So
that I'm
good.
calling Golden Girls
Yeah.
vibes. But it's so vibey. In all of the stage productions, they never leave the like the barbershop. So it's very cool seeing them out in these other spaces. Julia Roberts is our main character. So you were just talking about all of the other great movies she's in. She's
I
amazing
need to
here.
see
She won a
this.
Golden Globe for this. Just such a fun time. So heartwarming and endearing and heartbreaking. So many emotions. Love, love, love.
My number 5 is Moulin Rouge. Guys, I did not know this was a jukebox musical. And I was like, what is happening? Let me set the scene. The Sound of Music is on this list because I watched The Sound of Music officially for the first time. I've seen the first half, like, I don't know how many times. I finally sat down and watched it. Spoilers, we'll get to that later. Let me set the scene that I watched The Sound of Music and directly after I watched Moulin Rouge. So then imagine my surprise when they're like, how should this song go? And he goes, the hills are alive with the sound of music. And I said, that's plagiarism. Like, you stole that. That was my experience. But then it gets to the, what'd you say is a Roxanne song?
Roxanne.
Woo!
I
Is
had
that
to-
not original to this musical?
I'm like, no.
What? Because I've seen, obviously, the version of that one guy that everyone posted for a while on TikTok. Because he has a great version of this. Erwin McGregor maybe doesn't know, like, quite as much, like, in it. But it's... The vocals are there. It's solid. It's okay. And it was still good. Like, it was still good. Nicole Kidman was really good in this. I don't know if a woman has ever looked more beautiful than
She looks
her.
gorgeous in that movie.
Like, genuinely, I don't know if anyone ever has. So,
I
it's really good. It
having
was really
this put on
sad.
by a friend randomly one night, and I was like, oh my god. It's such a great movie.
you were like, this has changed my life.
I remember the friend who put it on was saying that, like, this was a movie ahead of its time, even though it came out in, like, the early 2000s. And I'm like,
2001.
no, this is aggressively an early 2000s movie, actually.
Yeah. No, that's like when I watched Knives Out as a palate cleanser to Midsummer because I was like, this looks interesting. And then it's like, wow,
No,
I just watched a masterpiece.
I did miss the opportunity to see this on stage live, and I hate myself for that.
Wow. Like, you chose not to go?
It would
Or
have
it was
been.
out of your hands?
It would have been, I think, a little weird in the situation if I had gone, but I wish I had just done it.
We're gonna debrief. We're gonna debrief about this after.
So my number 4, and I will say the rest of my top 4 are perfect movies. So this is
Mine
like
are pretty
just
up
a matter
there.
of taste.
Yeah.
At number 4, I have Do the Right Thing. I watched this for the first
So
time.
good.
I think it is so great. Hate seeing Irving be racist again in an earlier role.
Yeah. You hate to see how relevant this film is too. You're like, because I watched this a couple years ago for a film class when like the Black Lives Matter movement was still it wasn't like in its like prime of the reignition, but it was still pretty well talked about. So imagine my surprise when I watched this film and I'm like, when did this come out? Yesterday? And yeah, no, it did not come out yesterday. So, but it's really good.
No. And then
So-
also, it feels like there's an inspiration, I think, obviously, from this going into Highest to Lowest. Because they do the line, Samuel L. Jackson runs the radio station, and he says a lot like, and that's the truth, Ruth. And I'm pretty sure Denzel Washington has that line in Highest to Lowest. And I was like,
Hey.
Spike Lee, I see you.
No, he's so good. He's so good as the director of this movie and in the film. So fun. It's so fun to be like, I've seen pictures of Spike Lee now. Who is he in this film? And you're like, wait,
Where are ya?
ya? Oh, anyways.
Yeah, you're
So
number 3.
First of all, one more thing on well, 2 more things. The opening to that movie, Do the Right Thing. Like I don't even know. It's so hard. It's not like it sets the tone. It's just like perfect for the movie. And then the second thing, there's never been a sexier scene than the scene when it's like so hot outside and he does the thing with the ice cube. I'm like, woo! Like, Spike Lee, you are that dude. Like, you just know. Anyways, period. Wait, okay. My number 4 is Crimson Peak. So good. Another DDT movie. Very good. Tom Hiddleston, the girl who played Alice. Jessica Chastain. Did I say that right? Jessica Chastain? I think so.
Yeah, Chastain.
I would like to, because I know Grace Randolph has some serious beef with that woman, and I would love to hear, and because she said like she's never made a good film, which is ridiculous. But anyways, I would love to hear her explanation as to why she's bad in this film, because first of all, this is a good film, and then she's good in this too. So it's like, that's crazy. I can't imagine watching this movie and having it ruined because you don't like someone in this movie.
Yeah, that's a super fun movie.
Such a shame.
At my number 3, I have Crazy Rich Asians. Oh my gosh. If you flip the tile around, it says Wicked Witch. Michelle Yeoh's incredible here. Our main character here is incredible. The chemistry between our main couple here is great.
Yeah.
I think my favorite Awkwafina live action role, for sure.
Yeah.
Gosh.
She's like, oh, fucking, I'll come to dinner.
She's so funny here.
Yeah.
It just all works so well. Gemma Chan here is incredible.
So good.
Oh, I
in this
love
movie.
her. The set's incredible. The costumes are incredible.
Mm-hmm.
It's just such a fun time. I think you truly nailed it. I think it is like the best rom-com of the 2010s.
Yeah. And, you know, I just said what's one of the most sexiest scenes in all of film, one of the most romantic scenes in all of film is in this movie, and it's the wedding scene. Ooh, I want to cry every time the song starts playing. I'm like, I can't. The, like, glittery legs. Every penny you spent on this wedding is worth it. To have the water, I'm like, you can't. There's never been a more beautiful wedding in live action.
And then I also love the first, like, one of the first scenes where, like, the gossip train starts of her.
Yes.
And then it's, like, it goes on this, like, crazy roundabout to get to the mom. And then you realize that, like, the people who get up at the beginning of the scene aren't even out by the time that she... Oh, my gosh. It is just such great filmmaking, such a great cast. Everything is just firing on all pistols.
This is, like, peak John M. Chu. The first Wicked was really good too, but like this is this is like the movie you show to like pitch him as a director. No, he's falling.
Oh no!
He always tries to. Granted, most of this video has been us ranking, but he always tries to climb and cuddle when I'm ranking, and I'm like, just wait 5 more minutes. That doesn't apply to this video, but
it does
anyways,
not.
No. Okay. I'm gonna do my top 2.
Okay, I'm chill as well.
Even though we don't really have to, because we don't know what the top one's gonna be, but it's okay. Is it your turn or my turn?
It's your turn.
Oh, okay. My top 2 is Neja and The Shape of Water. I thought Neja was really, really freaking good, and then obviously The Shape of Water is like a near perfect movie. So good. What a fun surprise that there's ASL in the movie. And it's accurate ASL. So, because sometimes like it's a fantasy film, so they do their own little like made up sign language. Sometimes it's like in Bridgerton we saw some, but it's like British sign language, whatever they call it. So some differences. Ginny and Georgia, I feel like from what I've seen is pretty accurate to American Sign Language, so it's it's always fun to be like, it's fun because I can follow along because I know a lot of sign language. So, but
Right.
it's that. So yeah.
My top 2 are also The Shape of Water. And then at number 1 I have The Fly. Oh my gosh.
So valid.
The Shape of Water, I think, is such a romantic film. I love that there's so many different examples here in the film about what, like, what society refers to as being, like, typical love not working out for characters. And then, like, atypical love being something really pure in spite of the things that, like, society deems as wrong. I think the way they explore that is really great.
Yeah.
I think the sets are incredible. The fish man looks great. I think it was really fun going into this having the quote of, "Hey lady, get away from that fish," the entire time. I think the opening shots even of like going into it set the scene for something so like cool and out there. Oh, I just adore that movie so much. And then The Fly, oh my gosh, Jeff Goldblum, you are so hot in this movie, and then you are not. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Like, because do you know what The Fly is?
No.
I had known the basic stuff of The Fly.
I know nothing.
The whole point is it's because if you've seen Monsters vs. Aliens,
Yeah.
the Dr. Cockroach is based off of The Fly. It's a teleporting
I
pod.
love that
and then he
movie.
teleports himself, and then there's a fly in the pod with him. And then they end up being merged. And then he becomes the Fly.
Oh my
And
god.
the practical effects on him are insane, but first he gets really hot.
It's really funny.
Gosh, it is just so crazy. It's so scary, and like the visual effects hold up really well. Like Steven Soderbergh, oh my goodness, you were cooking with this one. Oh, just so incredible. I absolutely adored it.
For time's sake, do you want to more quickly go through
Yes, we can talk the
shows
rankings on our
and
shows.
then skip the questions? I feel like we talked.
We
enough
talked a
about...
lot about the things that were
Yeah.
great about these movies.
Okay, cool. First of all, the shows that debuted in November: I Love L.A. on HBO Max, Maxine Hall season 2 on Prime, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives season 3 on Disney Plus / Hulu, The Mighty Nine on Prime, right?
Yes.
Animated show. Stranger Things season 5 volume 1, the first 4 episodes of the final season on Netflix, of course, and Squid Game: The Challenge season 2. I've not seen season 1.
I have.
But yeah, neither of us have seen season 2
We've not-
yet. I
I've
do
not
want
started
to
it.
get to it at some point. But
I think fortunately also because of what it is, you can just jump in at season 2.
yeah. So maybe I'll do that and then go back for 1 later. But I'm going through the traders right now. I just got up on shows I had been watching. I didn't even add that. Anyways,
Silly
I'll add
goose.
that later. But I had watched the Traders season 3 for Dylan Efron on Dancing with the Stars. So now I'm going, because he's in that season. Now I'm going back to seasons 1 and 2. So, anyways, so I'll do that first, and then maybe that'll be my next show.
Yeah.
So
How many shows do you have on your list?
I have 16.
I have 17. So
Interesting.
I'll go first because
Okay.
I didn't have the Mighty Nine on there. So I figured we just go back and forth.
Yeah. Okay.
At number
well, I guess I have 17 too, because I needed to add the traders, but
go
it's
ahead
okay.
And do that while I go first.
Oh, sure.
At the very bottom of my list, I have Monsters: The Ed Gein Story. Whew. I enjoyed Dahmer because I feel like it does some work to go beyond just a typical like, slasher, isn't it crazy you did all that? And I loved the focus on how society let him get away with that for so long, and about how it wasn't about as much about the shocking stuff that he did as like the things he did to people, and like the focus even like on his neighbor. I loved that role in season 1.
What was it again?
The neighbor, because the neighbor had been
No, what is it called again?
Monsters, the Ed Gein Story.
Okay, that's what I thought you were talking about.
Yes.
And then I was like, I just want to make sure.
And then the second one, the Menendez brothers. I think the acting
That's why I got
is
confused, 'cause
incredible.
then- yeah. Anyways.
But I think the story and the script is very much kind of the opposite of what Sorry Baby does. It kind of
It's
uses
disrespectful.
the essay
Yeah.
stuff in a very disrespectful way.
Yeah.
And I think it doesn't take a stance on whether it happened or not, which I think is also very, like, gross. It's very weird.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the acting of those two brothers, then this
You
would
can't
be
have such a
waste.
nuanced story as that with, like, I feel like you're heavily insinuating they were sexually assaulted a lot in their childhood and then not explore properly the nuances that come with, well, then they later murdered their parents. Like, you just, like, then it's just disrespectful. Then it's like you're saying, like, it doesn't matter, they shouldn't have killed their parents, and that's just frankly boring, lazy, and disrespectful.
Yeah.
So
So then going into this one, I think the acting of Ed Gein never got sold for me.
yeah.
I thought it was interesting at the beginning comparing him to Psycho, but then after 2 episodes they moved on to other shows, and I don't think any of them, I think, resonated with me as much as Psycho did. Like as they were exploring it here.
Yeah.
So that bit got old really quick. And then to find out, like, pretty quickly that they were just making stuff up to throw in here, I think is also crazy disrespectful. And then to have a line where it's like, hey, Ed, everyone is just misinterpreting your story, so maybe you should go and say it yourself. It's like, do you not have the ability, like, you're writing this, and you're not able to be self-aware enough to see what you're writing right now.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. It makes me a little worried about their next season with Lizzie, because that's such a good story, and I'm a little scared that they have their hands on it. So.
Yes, absolutely. That being said, the Mama Gain,
Yeah.
she kills that role.
Also, that's also my number 17. So there you go.
Alrighty. My number 16, I have Star Wars Visions Season 3.
Right.
They do some interesting stuff here. I think it has some of the most boring episodes Visions has had so far. Some great ones. There's, like, specifically one about, like, a Jedi who gets blinded, and so, like, they're only able to see through the Force, which I think is
Ooh.
really interesting. But ultimately, I think this season's a little okay. Sure. Yeah.
My number 16 is, my list is a little crazy. It was hard to rank everything. I actually, other than Monsters, at some level enjoyed every other show on this list. So I put Nobody Wants This Season 1.
Okay.
Technically, I still put this on this list, even though I didn't really watch it for the first time this month. But I feel like I more properly watched it for the first time this month. And I did like it better. I still felt like there are clear problems with the season. But it was a more enjoyable time when given a proper chance.
Sure.
So, yeah.
My number 15 is also Nobody Wants This. I enjoyed this a little more than I expected to. I think their chemistry is really great.
Yeah.
And truly every scene where it's just them is, like, incredible in this first season. And I like parts of some of the side characters, like the brother and Ingrid, I think become really fun eventually, and I can see the groundwork that's being set there in the first one.
Esther, obviously we both think she's more fun in the second season, but I do think she's interesting.
She's certainly interesting in the first one. She's a great standout. Whoa, I know y'all are hearing that like crazy.
Anyways.
But yeah, I'm a little surprised it was so awarded as it was. I would actually say I'm a little surprised Kristen Bell got in the running as aggressively as she did for it. But whatever.
This show, like, I mean, they're already renewing it for season 3, even though people since season 1 have been talking about that it's not that good. Like, it's being overhyped. And I would say it is being overhyped, even if I still find enjoyment in it.
Sure. Alrighty, your number 15?
My number 15 is, this is solely only because we're like barely into the season. Abbott Elementary season 5.
Oh, dang.
We're just not very far into it, so there's not a lot to judge as an overall season compared to so many of these other shows. I'm having a fun time so far. I don't really have
I feel
any
like it's
complaints.
insane how few episodes we got before they took a really long break.
Yeah, and that's been my problem. I feel like they definitely did it with last season too, but I excuse that a little more because they had the writer strike going on that affected it. This one, maybe it was affected for all I know. I have no idea. I'm nervous that he's getting that so close to the stand. Anyways, he left. He listened to me. Anyways, back to the show. Yeah, but I don't know. It's hard for me to excuse it here. It's like, why are we taking this long of a break?
Why are you going to release 4 episodes and then take a break? Who do you think you are? Stranger Things?
And people are rightfully complaining about that as well. It's like, imagine how big these episodes were. Imagine if you got to have that hype for 4 weeks straight instead of mostly it's gonna be this week. So yeah. Anyways,
My number 14, I have The Mighty Nine. I will say,
kind of low.
well, to be fair, my list might be a little shocking.
Okay.
But The Mighty Nine, I enjoy it. I think eventually we get to some characters that I think are really interesting. Specifically the non-human looking ones I think are so fun. It's really trippy as someone who plays Marvel Rivals a lot that so many of those voice actors are here. So I keep not being able to hear Doctor Strange talking to me.
That would be hard, I would say.
It's not bad. It's just funny a lot.
Okay.
But I think the character designs are fun. I enjoyed the plot enough. I feel like the main plot is a little weak for me with like the whole like war that's starting here. It started with its world building really fast.
Well, that's
which was
'cause
very jarring,
this was-
and then we found out
yeah.
it was because this is like a spin-off show of another like D&D-esque show, and that makes a lot more sense to me.
Apparently, we need to watch that at some point.
Which I've heard great things. It's like the Defenders of Vox or something along that, but I've heard great things about it. But it's fun. It's very what I expected from it so far. It's not blowing me away, but I'm enjoying it.
Sure. What are we on, number 14? My number 14 is Nobody Wants This Season 2 is better than the first season. Not by a crazy amount. I'm still like, if nobody talked about the show, I'd be okay not watching future seasons. That's where I'm at. But I'm having a better time, I guess. And it's a quick watch, so yeah.
Sure. My number 13, I have Dancing with the Stars season 34. It's officially done. Robert has won. Sorry if you haven't caught up. But how have you not heard that?
Yeah.
I think it was a very fun season. This is like the highest rated season I have. I think the dancing has been really high. I think we've had some amazing people here. I think the pros are doing some amazing work. I think the pairings are specifically really strong this season. And I'm very excited. I really hope they're able to build off the momentum of this season.
Yeah, I agree. It's really going to, depend on what cast they manage to get next season. I think that's going to decide because they have a really good cast this season, so we shall see. And they had a really talented cast too, so what a great top 5. Okay, my number 13 is I Love LA, and I feel like a good half of the show is aggravating to watch because these people are insufferable, and it like makes me not want to live in LA. It's like, wow, I hate LA if this is what the people are like. And the other half is really funny. So it's like, I'm vibing with it. The first episode, I was like, this sucks. This show sucks. Like, I kind of hated it. But, then it got better after that. So, we'll see. It's finding its ground.
My number 12, I have Nobody Wants This season 2. And I will say, this is the season that has me, like, now that I've watched season 2, I'm like, I'm looking forward to another season, actually.
Okay.
Wouldn't have thought that after season 1. Season 2 adds a lot more depth to Noah, which I enjoy. And by depth, I mean they stop making, like, his family and his religion such a big deal in their relationship, and they give him his own problems in the relationship, which I think work a lot better. With the idea that not all the problems are coming on his side or coming from external to him. He's not perfect, even though like a huge part of that problem is he wants to come off perfect. I really like the exploration of that. I think the side characters get really interesting. The sister, Esther, the brother, even her parents, I'm surprised at how much I enjoyed them here. I'm very fast. It was, especially after the first season, I did not think I was going to enjoy the sister as much as I did, and then I really liked her plot line. The parents, I think, are very endearing here. I'm interested. It grew on me. Wouldn't have guessed it after season 1.
My number 12 is Max and Hall season 2. I feel like I actually just finished it. I didn't realize that it only had 6 episodes, and then I looked and so did the first season, so maybe I should have known that. I was like, this feels like the end of the show. I think it's okay. I feel like the first season was better because it's like an enemies to lovers thing, and anytime there's a story like that, at almost every moment, it's way better when they're actively like fighting because the tension is better. I will say, I feel like Bridgerton season 2 and season 3 does a good job, like Canthony, that's what they call them, Kate and Anthony. That I feel like they're so enjoyable to watch. I will say they're no longer the main characters after they're like together. So there's something to be said about that, but they're still fun to watch, and these characters are still fun to watch too. I just don't know. I feel like this felt like a filler season almost, which is disappointing because of the topics that they discuss. I wish they spent more time going deeper into that, especially since it is only 6 episodes, but they're like hour-long episodes. So it's like, I wish they went a little deeper into this, but it's okay.
Interesting. Alrighty,
Yes.
my number 11, I have Haunted Hotel. That is an
Right.
animated show on Netflix, and I kind of love it. It's a cute little sitcom about this family that's running this hotel that's haunted. It was previously owned by like the single mom's brother. He's dead. He's still in the hotel. And so they have just like a bunch of tropes of like horror tropes. It's so fun. Like they have body snatchers. In the ensemble, you have this like 1700s boy who's possessed by a demon, but he doesn't have like a lot of powers. He's just really creepy and doesn't know how to come off as human. It's really fun. Surprisingly, a lot of like voice acting guest stars, like Randall Park is in it, and some other fun voices like that. It's very fun. I'm very glad I randomly heard talking about it in the same vein like as Hazbin Hotel.
Yeah.
Because like there was a conversation about people thinking like talking about one show and being like, oh, are you talking about Hazbin Hotel? No, I'm talking about this show actually.
Oh, okay.
That demon infested hotels. Who knew?
Sure.
'Tis the month, I guess.
Yeah. My number 11 is Bridgerton season 3. So we didn't get super far into that. I think like the first 3 episodes. But I've already seen all of it. We're just rewatching it before the new season comes out. I will say, from what I'm remembering about this season, there's one storyline where I just straight up don't like, with Eloise.
Okay.
Like, it has some good moments, but I feel like still overall frustrating, and it's frustrating that we don't know how it even started. It's like, how did she get here? This seems like it's such a drastic change for her. But I remember this show, I felt like I was looking back on this season being like, this is easily the worst season. Not that it's like bad. I just don't think like it's missing something from the other seasons. But then I feel like as I'm watching, I'm remembering specifically why. And all I will say is I feel like the season was split into 2. So it released the first half and then a month later or whatever, it released the second half. And the first half was really good. And the second half was not good.
Okay.
I really can't and don't want to say anything else because we haven't gotten to there. So come back next month's recap for that.
Okay.
Anyways.
Okay. And that was your number 11?
Yes.
Okay. My number 10 is Bridgerton season 3.
Cool.
I will say so far it's my least favorite of the 3.
It's also hard to follow it right after Queen Charlotte.
It's very hard
so
to follow
good.
after Queen Charlotte.
Yeah.
I will say, I think what I will say is I enjoy that the thing keeping the couple apart is like the least aggravating here.
Okay.
Like in the first one,
True.
it's like there's like built in why they aren't immediately getting together. I think the reason that the first 2 seasons didn't get immediately together is like high key like bullshit. It's like,
Well, the second season, it's like a love triangle between sisters, and that doesn't happen in
but
the
it's
book, which is crazy.
but
Like,
is it a
maybe-
love
maybe-
triangle?
That's true. It's like a fake love triangle.
Yeah.
So, which is just
Here,
aggravating.
I appreciate that. I understand why there's drama here, and I can enjoy it beyond it just being hot people. Penelope looks great this season.
Yeah.
What the hell did they do to Colin? Oh my god.
Sideburns. They took away Anthony's, and somehow it got better. And they added it to Colin, and somehow he got better. So there you go. It works on some people.
I'm very interested to see where this goes. I do think Eloise is in such a weird place. It does make me a little worried. I think it's bizarre that Daphne isn't coming back at all.
Yeah. Despite the actress wanting to come
Despite
back.
her wanting to come back, and despite her like being better, I think in season 2 than I think she was in season 1. I think she ate her role in season 2.
Yeah.
And I think it's great that season 2 showed that she can be great without her in-show husband who just didn't want to come back. So let her come back. She's great. I would love to hear her clock her sister.
Yeah.
Like, that is so needed here. And I hate that I know that that's not going to happen.
And then I'm so excited for the 4th season to come out for us to do a video on that.
Oh my
Very
god, I
excited.
can't wait for Benedict to get his match.
Yes.
I love
And then
Benedict.
the 5th and 6th seasons are confirmed, which, if they go in the order of the books, I believe is Eloise and then Francesca. So
I will. That's another thing about season 3 that I'm not liking. I think Francesca is unfortunately the most boring sibling. And so a whole season on her,
don't
you gotta
worry,
pitch
she
me.
has maybe worry, but she has a really dramatic storyline. Let's put it that way. I don't want to say don't worry with the things that I know about her storyline. It's very sad. So, anyways, Eloise, I don't even know, because what happens in her book, I'm like, is that going to happen here? And how are they going to do that in a way that makes sense? That's what I'm wondering. Maybe it
Scary.
will. I don't know.
You're number 10.
My number 10 is Only Murders in the Building. Not going to say much of anything, but we have a video on that. So go watch it if you want things about that. Solid. Yeah.
My number 9, I have Bridgerton season 1. I will say, I think season 3 is a little close to season 1 for me. Season 1, it took me a second to get into it. Truly, I don't think it was until season 2 that I was like officially excited to get back into watching Bridgerton.
Yeah.
I think they have great chemistry in season 1. I fear I don't think they stand on their own very well in season 1. Like our main characters. But I think meeting the family is all really great. I think the introduction to this world is fun.
Yeah.
Getting to know all these characters is a blast. I think the casting killed it. And it's a great start. I think it's a really solid and great start with some great chemistry.
My number 9, this is hard because my top 10 includes 3 reality TV shows, so it's kind of impossible to like properly rank those among the others. But I put The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives season 3 because, damn, that was a dramatic season. Oh my god. Also, Demi needs to actually get fired. She like accuses someone of sexual assault in this. And I'm not going to say like I don't know what happened, so I'm not going to say what happened. But it is unfortunate for her because she makes a really bad name for herself for being a psychological liar. So that doesn't really help her case. And then she also, I think in season 2, some guy like in passing her would like tapped her shoulder and said like a rude remark. And then she went to her husband and was like, he just put his hands on me. And her husband almost started a fight over that. So I'm like, I'm not going to say you're wrong, but you are currently the boy who cried wolf. So it makes people not want to believe you because of things that you did. So that is unfortunate for her. Also, she's a cunt and I hate her. So I'm sorry if you actually got assaulted. I'm sorry. Obviously that shouldn't happen to anybody, but damn, she was like she's like there are clips of the reunion that's coming out in a few days, and there's a girl who used to be married to a person that like abused her, like physically abused her, and she's like, yeah, you got slapped or whatever. Like that's the kind of person I'm like, at this point you need to get fired. Like you're past dramatic at this point. You're past like good ratings or whatever. Like you need to be off this show. And apparently I think she is. So
Good. Honestly.
anyways, but damn, it was entertaining because I'm like, these people are crazy.
Reality TV, I think, is such a double-edged sword because I think people like to see drama, but I think you still have to be so careful the platform you just give to people.
Yeah. I'm like, at what point do you fire someone like this? Like, that's crazy. And then, I don't even know. The people are crazy on this show. In particular. So, go ahead. Sorry. I almost kept going.
My number 8, I have Abbott Elementary Season 4. Abbott has become 5. Right. Abbott has become one of my favorite TV shows.
So good.
It's just so feel good and so I want to say even unique within like the sitcom space. So fun. I absolutely adore this cast. It is criminal to give us 4 episodes of this week-to-week show and then stop. What?
Wild. It just completely obliterates any
Momentum
you had. So
that being said, had some great costumes in their Halloween episode. Unfortunately, we are gonna have to watch those 4 episodes again because I don't remember any other episode. But I know I loved them.
yeah. My number 8 is Dancing with the Stars season 34. Loved it. I love that Robert won. Although I would have been happy if Alex won because I thought she was really good. If Jordan won, she had especially a great finale, especially her freestyle. Ezra, you are amazing, and I'm so glad you were given a chance to show how
I
amazing
love
you are.
Ezra.
Yeah, I think Ezra's amazing. I think you know, I feel like usually they somewhat rotate. If like you were in the finale, you get like a bad partner in the next season. I kind of hope he still
After his last season, he already had that. I'm so sorry. Do not give him another one.
At least give him like a
Don't give him another felon. Like, or maybe not felon, but criminal.
Yeah.
Like, admitted criminal.
Also, somebody made a joke that when she said, "What are you going to take away from this competition?" Nothing. That's because she was saying she wasn't going to steal anything. Obviously, it wasn't. But I think that's really funny.
That's funny.
Like,
That is pretty funny.
she was just saying she wasn't going to take anything. And then
No, but also
Jordan saying that too.
Yeah.
She saw her
They're
moment.
so funny. Their partnership is so funny.
Yeah.
I love that I clocked how much I loved Ezra even when he was just in the ensemble dancer. I was like, he would wink at the camera and I'd be like, I
Okay,
need
Maddie.
you. I need more of you. And then he was like
Yeah.
announced as a performer the next season. I was like, yes.
Yes.
And then I saw who it was and I'm like, ah.
Period.
God.
Okay.
That was your number 8.
Mm-hmm.
My number 7, I have Stranger Things season 5. I fear,
It's okay.
and we'll talk more details on it later, obviously. I think, unfortunately, it's following two of the best seasons of modern television, like, ever.
Yeah.
And this is just good. And has one of the worst acting performances in television all year.
The amount of people gassing up Noah Schnapp. First of all, I thought we all agreed we hated him. So why are y'all switching up? And then he's just genuinely so awful. Like, I can't even fathom defending this performance. Guys, it's because he's awkward. No, he just sucks at acting. All the other guys, well, maybe not Lucas. Lucas is awesome. The other two guys are, like, also awkward, especially Mike. And he's still a good actor and giving a good performance. God, the amount of times I can't even watch him right now. Just hearing these line deliveries is bad enough. I can't see him do it too.
It's really rough.
Yeah.
And I wish the rest of the show, I was talking a little bit earlier, it calls back to a lot of the things from other seasons. In this season, there isn't anything that's like particularly new and unique coming out of this season so far, which might be an element of the reason I think it's a little bit of a step down. That being said, I'm sure it's going to get really big really fast.
Yeah.
And I hope to have my mind changed on it. Yeah. Still love Vecna.
Yeah. My number 7 is The Traitors season 1. So, gosh, I feel like, how do I be vague? Because you haven't seen anything. Not really. So, from season 3, the side I was rooting for, because they were just like more competent. Let's just say once Bob the drag queen left, I was like, I don't care. I'm rooting for other people because he was awesome. But he also went out in style, so I'm like, I love you. Here, I'm rooting for different people. I'm so trying to be vague.
You're
right
doing
now.
great.
Because they're doing at least one of them in particular is doing a killer job. So way too many people in these games don't know how to play. I'm like, you're in a game where you know everyone is lying to you. And you're like, I just can't lie to these people. I'm just being lied to all the time. That's the game. I get money's involved. So you're like, how dare they? That's the name of the game. I'm like, I don't really care.
I fear I saw the first episode and I'm like, these people from like Below Deck? No.
I'm
Why
like,
would you put them in a competition show?
This kind of show, you have to be willing to be cutthroat. It's okay to also make friendships because you're living with these people while filming the show. But like, these people could like betray you. That's the name of the game. They're supposed to. You can't get mad at them for doing their job. You would do the same thing. And if you wouldn't, then you shouldn't be on the show. So, anyways.
My number 6, I have Supernatural season 1.
Ooh, I didn't know you were starting that.
I did start that.
So good.
And unfortunately, I have like 16 more days to watch it on Netflix. It's officially being
I forgot.
removed.
You said it was being removed.
It's obviously going to go somewhere else because it's a streaming juggernaut.
Yeah.
It was made by Warner Brothers, so it might go to Max.
Yeah, that's
I
what
think would be a pretty
that's
clear
what happened
spot.
to Vampire Diaries. I want to say same thing.
And I have Max, so I can make that jump no problem.
Sure.
So I just hope it gets somewhere quickly. But I'm really enjoying it, especially as someone who like grew up loving Scooby-Doo and I love monsters and mythos. I think the way they explore that on a pretty limited budget is still really cool. Yeah, like I've seen a Wendigo and I love me a Wendigo. The Wailing Woman, Bloody Mary, a lot of I think really memorable scenes that people take away from the show from season 1 are pretty worth it. It's pretty sick. So having a blast.
I'm gonna try to go through the rest of these very quickly because oh my god, we're going over time. My number 6 is The Mighty Nine. We will talk about that more later.
Sure.
I can't.
Number 5, I have Bridgerton Season 2. Such a great couple, such great chemistry, so fun. Loved watching Bridgerton then.
Number 5, I have Bridgerton Season 1. We will talk more about that, all the other Bridgerton stuff, in another video.
My number 4, I have Only Murders in the Building. Such a return to form, such a great cast, such a great setting. We have a whole episode on it. Watch that. I love the show.
Number 4, I have Bridgerton Season 2. Same thing.
Number 3, I have Queen Charlotte. Oh my gosh. Gonna be really hard for Bridgerton to ever beat themselves with this one.
Ever.
Oh my god. Like the it couple. Oh my gosh. Goals,
So good.
great script, great setting. Love, love, love. Takes characters that I already love from Bridgerton and makes me love them more.
Yeah.
What? How?
Yeah.
So great.
Number 3 is Stranger Things Season 5 Volume 1. We're about to make a video about that next.
Yes.
Bye.
Number 2, It Welcome to Derry Season 1. Oh my gosh. I love this show so much. I feel like it's accidentally taking like the wind out of Stranger Things actually, because I feel like Stranger Things with Season 5 has kind of lost the coming of age of it all.
Yeah.
And this show is still nailing that and then still expanding in a lot of really cool ways. I'm so excited to keep watching it week to week, and I can't wait for Season 2 to be announced and then what that's even going to look like. I feel like there's so much story to be told here, and I love it so much.
I agree.
When it's
Just
all
keep
out, we
going
will do an
back.
episode on it.
Just keep going back. My number 2 is Queen Charlotte. My number 2 and number 1 are like neck and neck.
Yeah.
I could switch them on any given day. So,
My number 1 is Has Been Hotel Season 2. Has Been Hotel is one of my favorite shows. I absolutely adore it. Season 2 builds off of the first one so well. The music is so great, and I would say it's very similar to, we were talking about K-pop Demon Hunters, how like the music adds to the story so much, and that's difficult to do, as we've seen. But it works so well. I love the animation. Truly, the last song is just like a heart-moving moment for me every time I hear it. I just love it so much. Can't wait for Season 3. Season 4 is already confirmed, and they've already planned through to Season 5, which I think is supposed to be their final season.
okay.
So love the show. Love that they already have plans. I adore it so much.
Yeah. My number 1 is It Welcome to Derry. We will probably make a video on that, I'm sure.
Oh,
at
we
some
definitely
point.
will do an episode on it. We love it too much.
So, yeah, it's too good. Okay, we have like no time to do anything else. So, how about we just rapid fire excited things in December?
I would love it.
Marty
First,
Supreme, Avatar, Wake Up Dead Man.
so excited for Wake Up Dead Man. Five Nights at Freddy's 2, I will be seated. I love the second game. I fear I'm going to be disappointed by it.
Shows in December, Percy Jackson, Stranger Things Volume 2, Eras Tour documentary thing.
I'm very excited for Percy Jackson.
Yay! Me too. Yeah.
And we will probably cover most of that. So
Okay.
stay tuned for all of that. And I think we're going to go ahead and call it there.
Yeah.
What have you watched in November? And what are you looking forward to in December? Please let us know in the comments below. If you made it this far, please give us a like.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for bearing with us on our little tangents.
Oh my god, okay.
Love you guys. I'm your host, Luke.
I'm your host, Alicia.
And thank you so much for watching Not So Straight Nerds.